Y'all ready for another video? Stay tuned for the review. Right now.
I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I don't think that I could live no other way. Truth be told, I'm living now on an A. Now I done seen them blessings in the modern day. The Lord I serve, He give them to me every day. I'm forgiven, I'm forgiven. See, I done been forgiven, now I'm living. And when I say I love, I mean it. Cause none of this be nothing if He coming, I'm here to show. I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, love him, I love him, love him, love him, love him, I love him.
You ain't got the money moving by yourself. And you know you did it with a lot of air. You know it's only one, it ain't nobody else. You got me talking strong and I ain't rich, I'm talking well. See, I'm forgiving.
What's going on, my people? This is your boy Rome 300. Thank you for joining me on He Smells Like Rome. I'm excited to show you guys a new exclusive fragrance on my channel. This is Affinessence Patchouli Oud. Man, y'all don't even understand. I'm ecstatic about this fragrance. Let me give you a little background about this one. This one was created in 2015. The perfumer behind this fragrance is Nicholas Bonville. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, homeboy, excuse me if I'm not. And the creator behind the brand, y'all know her, you heard me talk about her in a few of my other fragrance reviews and first impression videos. Her name is Sophie. She is the beautiful Miss Sophie Bruno. She's the creative mind behind the whole brand, and this creation right here is just outstanding. It was created in 2015, and when I first saw it, it wasn't one that was on my radar too hard, because at that time everything was oud, oud, oud this, oud that, oud this, and I wasn't really too fond of oud roughly about 2-3 years ago as much as I am now. So let me give you a little bit of story behind this fragrance, and how it was kind of ironic how I got it, right? Okay, so they had the brand out and it was doing well in Europe, and I contacted her on Instagram because I saw it, and I'm like, no one's even talking about this here, but everybody's saying how great her fragrances are. And the twist behind it, if you saw my other review from Vanille Benzoin, she uses base notes as her, basically her introduction to the fragrance. You know, her sole purpose is to take the base notes and bring it to you through the full body of the fragrance. So you get it, all that wonderful, you know, nuance that you love when you get to dry down as soon as you spray the fragrance in throughout. I mean, it does change and have facets of different characteristics in the fragrance, but you get that stuff that you wait for at the bottom of the fragrance from the beginning to the end. And I thought that was unique, and also, you know, something that will spark a new interest in the perfume world. So contacted them on Facebook, and unfortunately they had no way of getting fragrances to the US at all. So fast forward last year, Affinessence was on Exxon's, what is it, they have this thing in Milan, Italy, and basically I saw it again, so contacted her again, and this time they had samples on their website. Bam, grabbed the samples, I'm on it. Smell this one, smell the vanilla, smelled all of them. I thought vanilla was gonna be the one I really loved. This one blew me away. I'm like, oh, I'm getting it. oh, Ramon, unfortunately we're changing the packaging and we don't have any more. The patchouli is sold out, so you're gonna have to wait a few months before it comes. I'm like, oh, come on, man. This is some bullshit. I need this. But, of course, being patient, waiting, I was able to get it, and I got it for a Christmas present. And, man, when I tell you, it was a headache trying to get this fragrance. Ordered the fragrance from the company, got it shipped. Customs grabbed my fragrance and deemed it whatever the case may be. And then, come to find out, somebody stole my package. So I had to call Sophie up again. She was gracious enough to just send me another bottle. Love you for that. Thank you, Sophie. Send me another bottle because I paid for the first one, and you know the post service like, oh, we don't know where it's at. I'm fucking losing my mind because I'm kind of a little irritated with them. But she sent me a package, and I said, please send it through FedEx. Don't send it through Postal Service. FedEx got here in 3 days. Postal Service had my stuff for over 3.5 weeks, and then mysteriously disappeared. So, got it just before Christmas. Was able to have a Christmas present. And that's just the story behind me getting the fragrance to my house. All right, so let's get into the fragrance review because that's what y'all here for. All right, so y'all saw the presentation, but just let me bring this sucker out because it is a beautiful fragrance. I mean, when I tell you that thing is snug in there, it is snug. And that's all, this whole thing is suede. That is so cool. Okay. And it comes in a cashmere pouch, just if you want to take it with you. This is that pouch right there is cashmere. What? Luxury. Alright, so y'all can see from that in also the presentation, that is probably the darkest juice I have in my collection. So the first thing you get out of this is, off the bat, you're going to get a blast of this earthy patchouli with this sweetness and also this kind of smokiness. And when I tell you, it also has a hint of sweetness that is, to me, kind of all right, so what I get from this, and let me explain. This is one of the most abstract and most complicated fragrances I've ever had to review, and I'm going to try to do it justice. From the top notes, you're going to get patchouli. You're going to get this earthy patchouli. You're going to get this sweetness. You're going to get this soil-like smell. And it's going to be kind of herbal, kind of forest-like. And then throughout the fragrance, you're going to get more of hints of smokiness, woody aspects, and kind of this this slight sweetness that complements all the woodiness, all the earthiness, and this patchouli that has this herbal-like effect. In between that, you get nuances of spices, you get smokiness, and almost a burnt aspect with a combination of animalic smells. Now, the animalic smells come from the oud. Now, this is my first time ever experiencing Indonesian oud. Now, the oud that I'm used to is more animalic, barnyard, or very, very peppery, spicy, and woody. This one hints to be slightly more woody / sweet and smoky. And When I tell you this is one of the most calming fragrances I ever smell. Meaning, like, when I smell this, I just become so relaxed, so smooth, so calm. I just cannot get enough of this. And it did take me by surprise because all the notes that are in the fragrance don't actually shout calming. It kind of hints, you know, warning sign, be cautious, this is going to knock your socks off. But, however, it does the total opposite for me. With that said, I'm going to put the notes up so you can see the note breakdown, and then we go from there.
Nestled at the heart of Indonesia and considered unaffordable in today's perfumery, natural agar wood is a veritable treasure in the world of art perfumery. Affinessence has chosen to combine this with the magnificent essence of patchouli, enabling new facets of its famed scent to burst forth. Enhanced by a dazzling myriad of natural ingredients, vetiver from Java, cistus and labdanum, elamine and incense, gaiac wood and tree moss, this duo explodes on the senses, while the revisited patchouli develops a luxurious, trailing scent.
Alright, that was the note breakdown for you guys. Let me get a little bit more in depth into the fragrance for you guys. So, once again, you start off with that earthy patchouli. You get a little bit of this smokiness nuance, and then it goes into the sweet in the mid. The sweetness, I think, is complemented from the elegant. I think that if you were to go from the sweetness, well, I guess you could say go from the earthiness, go from the soil-like smell, go from the smokiness to a sweetness, that's when the pleasantness comes to the calming and soothing effect that I get from it. I also get this, like I said before, this animalic kind of feel, but slight. It's not barnyard. It's just, you get the oud, you smell the oud. It's not the most prominent note, but it is definitely noticeable if you recognize oud fragrances. Also, an oak moss kind of feel that gives off this body, this roughness, but once again, it's not something that's going to be shouting or aggressive. It's very calm. It just has a masculine appeal to it, and I do enjoy that. Incense gives off that smokiness again. Now, let's go to the bottom of the fragrance, because this is where it gets tricky. That patchouli never goes away. The entire fragrance, it stays the exact same level of intense patchouli earthiness, but it has some other characteristics which I think go more towards woody than earthy. Woodiness comes from, like I said, the oud and the agar wood, but gaiac wood comes in there. And to be honest, I'm not a real big fan of gaiac wood. I think that gaiac wood can come off a little bit oily, can come off a little bit sticky, but this one is done actually very well. I like how the wood complements the smoke, also complements the earthiness, and it's very enjoyable. I don't get much vetiver in this fragrance at all. It says it's in the notes, but I don't get much vetiver. I get majority of the time I get earthy, sweet, smoky, woody. With that said, I would say that this so far is the most unique fragrance in the collection that they have to offer when it comes to complexity, when it comes to artistic expression. Is it the most wearable? I'm on the left field. I love unique, extraordinary fragrance that cause people to turn their heads and also gives you a certain type of effect. When it doesn't give me an effect, I feel like it's a waste of money. This one gives me a soothing, calming effect, and I enjoy that so much. Crowd pleaser. Every place I've worn it, I'm not gonna be, lying to you. I haven't got too many compliments. I've gotten one person ask me what I was wearing. I don't know if that was intriguing or if it was bothering them. And I had another person wanting to know where I purchased it from because they wanted a bottle. So oud is always gonna be controversy. Patchouli is not everybody's favorite, and the combination with that, with smoky and sweet, I feel is, just outstanding. I would think time's to wear this fragrance. This is going to be the most challenging time, because fall, winter, absolutely, winter more, but you're gonna think I'm crazy. I actually think you could pull this off in the springtime. I think you can. I think you just have to be careful of where you're at. I think you should be indoors somewhere instead of being out, in the heat. I think if you had a cool environment where it's maybe air conditioned and you spray maybe 1 or 2 sprays, you can enjoy this in the springtime. Summer, at your own discretion. Do that if you want to. I just wouldn't wear it in the summertime. I mean, it's good, but it is a strong fragrance. Projection on this is moderate. It's not a projection beast, but it will shoot out at least 2 feet. Longevity, this fragrance, it's all day. 24 hours. 75% of this is going to be on you. Smelling it, it varies because you can get nose fatigue. For me, I smell this all day. I've been wearing this all day since around 10 o'clock this morning. It is roughly around 7 p.m. and it hasn't gone anywhere. And I just sprayed some on my hand. Age, this is going to be for the connoisseur, the fragrance collector, the mature crowd. Anybody over 25, I think, would enjoy this if you are a collector. I want to show you the sprayer on this because it is one of the best sprayers I've ever had a chance to check out. There we go. That mist is absolutely gorgeous. And the great thing about this one, the juice does not stain. I don't know how and what it did. And most of the fragrances have dark juice that usually stain. This one doesn't. Absolutely gorgeous. I gotta take a drink because, man, I'm telling you, I'm really excited about this one. Okay, so let me just say once again, this is a beautiful, dark, smooth, calming fragrance that I enjoy. I think that this is something that if you are a collector, someone that is enthusiastic about artistic expression when it comes to fragrances, someone that wants something that is going to shock people in a good way, and also experience a different type of oud, experience a sweet type of patchouli, and also the elemi. Elemi is not in a lot of fragrances. If you have not had an opportunity to smell the combination of elemi mixed with oud and patchouli, I think this is a good opportunity to do that. I don't want to ramble on too much longer, guys. I just wanted you guys to know how much I love this fragrance. This fragrance is absolutely one of my favorite in my collection, and I'm so happy to have it. I got another one up there, if you can't see it, that's beneath Vinzoin. I have a couple of travel sprays. Hopefully I'll be getting the ambergris and the leather cure fragrance in the near future. Hopefully I can do that. Just so I'll let you guys know, this fragrance is in the new packaging. This is the coffin now, wooden coffin with the suede inner part right here, and is $375 for the packaging. Now, the good news is it's a 100 ml bottle, and you get all this travel spread. I mean, a travel bag. Beautiful fragrance, and it's at Lucky Scent now. You don't have to go through the shit I went through to get the fragrance. You can contact Lucky Scent and tell them I suggested you, and I'm pretty sure they'll hook you up. You guys are going to thank me. I know this fragrance house is going to be dope. If you don't even like patchouli, check out the other ones. They have sample packs up there at Lucky Scent now, so check that out. If you're not in America, definitely contact Sophie at Affinessence.com, and she will hook you up also. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, man. I really enjoyed this one because, man, y'all don't understand. It was a struggle getting it, and I'm happy to have it. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed it watching this review. I hope you did. I'm not even sure. Y'all probably like, man, shut up, hurry up. I hope not. I hope y'all enjoying this. I hope y'all enjoying my content. And I look forward to doing another review. I'll check you guys out later. And like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. Until the next time, peace.